Hello and welcome to another Chelsea chat. I didn't do this last night because I looked at what I did do this morning and no way could I put that online. So yesterday we lost 2-1 to Aston Villa at Villa Park. I'm not going to just single out Reece James, but it was the 92nd minute. We got a free kick. We're losing 2-1. He's the captain of Chelsea Football Club. Now I don't know about you, but when I've played for junior sides and when I've played up the park, if you're in the 92nd minute and you're either losing or even if you're drawing, but there's a chance of a win, you put a bit of a sprint on. You know, you show a bit of urgency, you show a bit of desire. And he walked 50 yards. He walked 50 yards to take a free kick. And to me, that summed it up. The modern day footballer. You know, your Lampards and your Terrys, your Drogbas, your Czechs, they would absolutely die, wouldn't they, for their club? They'd be sprinting up there and taking that free kick, and you wouldn't know you were beaten until that final whistle. And that's our captain. But like I say, I'm not going to be fair with Reece, because he was played in midfield. He just come back from a major injury. He's had, 4 games? And so he's then played by our manager in midfield. He looked absolutely knackered. He looked so off the pace. And then being played out of position. I mean, I know he's played there, but was it for Wigan, wasn't it, on loan? I think he won their Player of the Year. But there's a big difference between Wigan and Chelsea Football Club. So yesterday we started off really bright. We went 1-0 up. Good bit of play by Caicedo. Won the ball, put it out to Neto. Nice turn of pace. Did it 3 or 4 times yesterday. Shame there weren't people on the end of it. And Fernandes scored. Fernandes put a great first half in, and that seemed to wear him right out. I'll tell you what I thought yesterday. I thought we'd an half missed Conor Gallagher. For all his critics, for all those people who say, oh, you know, he lacked this technically and that, I'll tell you what, the lad did have heart. And that's what you need sometimes. You need someone to show their leadership qualities just with their heart. He would have been an asset yesterday in that game. So basically we got caught by 2 individual mistakes. Gusto should have cleared the first goal, and the second goal, well, Jorgensen. I've never seen anyone go down so slow. Maybe if I had to go down on Nora Batty, I might go down the same pace that Jorgensen went down, but I don't know what to say. He's not a Chelsea goalkeeper, but he's probably better than Sanchez. Sanchez was the 3rd choice at Brighton for a reason, and Jorgensen, the data says this, the data says, go and watch these people. Data can show an awful lot of anomalies. It can show an awful lot of untruths. Our best goalkeeper is out on loan, and whether that's the sporting director's or the manager's decision, whoever it is, they need sacking just on that alone, I think. So yeah, more decisions. But the reason they're under so much pressure, the reason they're tight, is because they're playing this system where they invert. Yesterday, Gusto was inverting to support the midfield, but he was also having to mark both an overlapping left back and a left winger. So, and you could see that from about 5, I don't know, they didn't really attack that, 15 minutes, 20 minutes in. And I thought, oh, Maresca's going to do something about that. No, nothing. I'll tell you what I will say, though. These people that are criticising people for protesting, oh, they're plastics. Not like me. I'm not a plastic. They're plastics because they don't agree with the ownership. They're plastics because of this. They're plastics because of that. Oh, give it a rest. I'll tell you the plastics. The plastics are the prawn sandwich brigade that are filling up a lot of seats that used to be normal general sale seats at Stamford Bridge, which are now being marketed on Todd Bowley's ticketing site. Todd Bowley is just a tout, an expensive tout too, 600 quid if you want a ticket for a Chelsea home game. 600 quid, that's why you're sitting in the ticket room, in the waiting room, waiting for tickets that aren't there anymore because Todd and his boys have had them away. You honestly couldn't write it. You couldn't. But if people want to protest, that's fine by me. I've not seen anything with the owners. Yeah, they've spent money, but they're supporting two sporting directors who haven't got a clue. They're harvesting, these owners are harvesting young talent for sale. If you can't see that, I'm not going to abuse you because that makes me as bad as, oh, they're plastics. You know, the Cabbages. And I've seen loads of Cabbages this week. I don't blame people protesting. I don't blame the youngsters protesting. And let's face it, the youngsters have only ever known success. People say to me, oh, you should know better than agreeing with a protest. I don't typically agree with it. I don't think they work. I don't really care. But I think people should have the right to protest if they want without being called, oh, plastic, they're plastics. Disownership. They're supporting two sporting directors who I don't think's got a clue. Yeah, the owners are just harvesting potentially good players for young players for a cash-in before they sell the club, I would imagine. They've not done anything really to strengthen the side at times when we can see they need it. If you're a sporting director and you can't see we need a centre forward, a proper goalkeeper and a proper centre half, an experienced centre half, to bring Colwell, if he can be brought on, and Chalobah to bring him up to scratch. We've got lots of good centre halves, but no real sort of Thiago Silvas, no John Terrys, no Carvalhos, not even any William Gallas's. You need someone with an older head next to some of these guys. Yesterday I felt sorry for some of the lads. Cole Palmer put a proper shift in. Yes, he missed 3 sitters by his own standards, really. But his confidence must be through the floor. People say, oh, he keeps losing it. He don't get criticised. You know why he keeps losing it? Because he has to come back and get the ball in areas where he shouldn't even be. So all this about criticising him, yes, of course he can be criticised. Yesterday, he should have passed to Nkunku. But let's be honest, would you pass to Nkunku? I wouldn't pass to him if he was a foot outside the goal. I've never seen a bloke who doesn't want to be at a club as much as Nkunku does. His body language is shocking. I don't blame him. At the start of the season, he wasn't getting minutes. He's probably thought, sod it. He thought he was going to Bayern Munich. But when you're getting paid, what is it, a couple of $100 a week, you'd think he'd put a shift in, wouldn't you? You think he'd be bothered, and I don't think he is. So Palmer didn't pass to him, and I was annoyed first of all, and I thought, well, would you? And I thought, no, I wouldn't. I'd have a bang myself. Anyway, we had Jorgensen in goal, and I'm going to score him. Jorgensen gets a 4. You can't give goals away like that. Yeah, Peter Cech did make a couple of mistakes like that. In how long was it? 15 years. It cost us the game. If Gusto's misclearance or lack of clearance cost us a point. But anyway, it cost us a game, and Jorgensen gets a 4. That said, he made 2 good saves, didn't he? Gets a 5 there. I'm feeling charitable today. Gusto there, that cock up for that first goal. He was probably knackered. There's probably reasons that I don't really realise when I'm sitting on my chair, but that should have been cleared. Gusto gets a 6. At least he was trying against all odds to mark 2 people and still attack. Side of him, not worth scoring. Chalobah, hope he's okay. Nasty fall. Toes in when he came on, he gets a 6. Next to him, Colwell gets a 5.5. Next to him, Cucurella gets a 7. Cucurella always puts a shift in, doesn't he? Then in the middle, we had Reece James, who I give him a 4. At second half, he might, just look knackered. First half, he looked pretty knackered. And next to him, we have Caicedo, who gets a 7. Then in front of them, we get Nkunku, who's getting a 2. We got Fernandes in the middle, who gets a 6, largely on his first half performance. Cole Palmer, who gets a 6.5. The lad put a proper shift in, but as I say, his confidence is low. He's probably fed up with the rubbish around him, or if they're not rubbish, if they're quality, lack of effort from some of these players that we've seen. Although we didn't see that yesterday in the first half, there was plenty of effort. And up front, Neto, who was playing up front but was out on the right more. So I don't know. Neto gets a 6.5. He was decent. He was decent. His end product wasn't always great, but at least he was trying to have an end product. Maresca gets a 4. He can't do anything about the individual mistakes, but just sitting watching his team get picked apart through in an obvious way that the average armchair fan who hasn't even played football in his life would spot. And for those of us who have played football, you'd be tearing your hair out at. Not to address that. I don't know. I think the Leicester fans I spoke to were right, to be honest. But anyway, it's Chelsea. Forget about the individuals, it's Chelsea. Onwards and upwards, I say. So, those are going on the protest, good luck to you. Those who think they're plastics, think what you want. They're entitled to their opinion just as much as you are. Okay, please, sorry it's a bit downbeat, but I'm fed up. I really thought we'd win that yesterday. And after the first half, after the first 20 minutes, I thought, that's it, we're putting a real effort in. I don't know what he says to him at half time, do you? I don't know if he just says, all your families have been kidnapped by Hamas or something, or someone's dug all your grannies up and had sex with them. I don't know what he says to them, but they come out in the second half like they've been told the worst news ever, don't they? I don't know what to say. Right, anyway, sorry for rambling. I'll speak to you after Southampton. Please subscribe to the channel. Although why you want to, I don't know. Please give the video a like, and please let me know your thoughts, because that's why I do these. Thanks for watching. Up to Chelsea.